Okay then, are you looking for the best defensive-minded midfielders in Football Manager 2018? Well, if so, let's hope you've come to the right place because we've got a full list here of the players that we would go for. The bargains, we've got some absolute bargains coming up in the position. We've simmed the game until 2023 here, so we know how these players are going to develop. We know how much they're going to cost you at the start of the game. So without further ado, I'll go straight in here. I'm not going to go through the entire short list I've got here, but I'm going to go through my top 5 recommendations. So we're going to start with this guy here, Melagani. So we can see he's a defensive-minded midfielder, plays for Dortmund at the moment. He's 24 in 2023. He's athletic and he's physical. He's 6'1" tall. He was born in Italy. Let's have a look at his statistics. You can see his passing and his long shots are good here. His positions are central and defensive central. First touch, great. Kind of like a Michael Carrick type of role, I guess, like a deep lying playmaker. He's got determination and decisions, fantastic in the centre of the park. Composure, exactly what you need, as well as strength and stamina in the engine room. He's got that vision there as well. So if you're looking for a ball player, someone who I would get in, he's strong and he can play the ball as well. He's cheap, very cheap. It'll cost you about £1 million at the start of the game. So get him in, play him, develop him. He will be a fantastic little player for you. I think he plays for Atalanta at the start of the game. You can see he's gone out alone and then 1.7 million, and then they've sold him for 10 million to Dortmund. So definitely worth getting him in, and you can use him as a little Moneyball effect if that's what you are into. Next guy, we're going to go for Daniel Berrigan. You can see here he's playing for Chelsea at the moment, but you can pick him up very cheap at the start of the game. You can pick him up for less than 10 grand. So you can see he's a defensive midfielder, still 23 years old, so he's very young at the start of the game. Valued now at £49 million. He's a defensive playmaker. He's intelligent. He's short, left-footed, and Portuguese. Let's just have a look at his stats. He's a passer. He's got technique. He can tackle, and he's got good positioning as well. But he's got the vision, the stamina, the first touch, the composure. So very similar to the gentleman we looked at just now. Very similar indeed. You can play at left back actually as well. He's got the attributes to play at left back. So definitely very good mentally. If we have a look at his attribute graph here, yeah, you can see there's height there. It could worry some people, but you think of Claude Makelele, he wasn't very tall, was he? And he was one of the best in that role. Okay, so next up, we're going to go for this guy here. Where's he gone? The American gentleman, McKennedy. There he is. So you can see he's a defensive midfielder, 24 years of age here, valued at 40 million at the moment. His best role is that Vol thing. What's it called? The Segundo Valente. That's the boy. He's a team player and he's physical. So that now we're talking a team player, physical player. He's gonna get stuck in. He's 6'1". Let's have a look at his stats. So yeah, there we are. Strong, stamina, natural fitness, balance, acceleration as well. Look at that mental. And he can get a foot in, he can tackle, he can pass, he can head. Very strong person driving the centre of the park. He's playing for Paris Saint-Germain at the moment. Look at that graph. Very good graph. 40 million. Playing for, at the start of the game, Gelsenkirchen. You can pick him up for about £11 million. So definitely someone with getting in. Look at that graph. I mean, definitely someone I would go for straight away if possible. Next up, we're going to go for this guy. One of the hidden gems of the game, Arthur. Just having a brief look at his stats there, but if you'll see now he's valued at 22. He can be an advanced playmaker. He's skillful and intelligent, but he's also great in this defensive role, which is why he's on my list. You can see his passing is good, but he can also tackle, mark, positioning, work great. Maybe not the strongest, but he's intelligent and he's natural in that defensive midfield position. So maybe again a ball player. If you have a look at his history here, you can see he's playing in the Brazilian league in the first division, and at the start of the game he's worth 7 million. You can pick him up for about 30, but you can see that he's gone for 15 million. So look at his history again. He's gone for 15 million there, so definitely someone worth tapping up, because you can see that kind of potential he's got. His passing, and look at that graph. Let's have a look at this graph. Yeah, again, very similar to McKennedy, but probably a bit more attacking, a bit more speed, better vision, better technically. So he's one to look out for, definitely, in the game. Okay, number one we're going to go for today is this guy here. Again, pronunciation is not my strong point. Let me know, chuck it in the comments box if I'm pronouncing these things terribly. Adrian Arrabbiata. Let's go for Arrabbiata. He's a 28-year-old Frenchman. And you can see here that he's got everything you want. He's got the physical and the defending capabilities here. So he's 28 in 2023. Valued at 64 million. He's a team player. He's technical. He's 6'2", left-footed as well. It's always good to have a left-footer in the centre of the park somewhere. So you can see that he's got the first touch, passing, tackling, as well as the technique and the vision to play with the ball as well. Bravery, composure, and then look at that physicality. So at the start of the game, he's playing for PSG. It'll cost you about £50 million if you're trying to prize him away. But if you do prize, you can get him on a loan. They might send him to you on loan. Maybe stick a clause in there for a buy. Maybe try and unsettle him, get him on the transfer list. But you generally be able to pick him up for about 50 mil. It's definitely someone we would advise going for at the start of the game. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks very much for watching today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos coming soon. Don't forget to leave a like and head on over to Patreon. You can download all the shortlists that we use for these videos and support the channel. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.